Alrighty guys, what's up? It is Wednesday. It being close to the end of the month, the last day of March is Sunday. I figured I would get on and I would do what I read for the months of February and March, because I actually didn't do this video in February. I did do it in January. It was kind of like a check-in because my goal was to read last year I said 2 books a month. This year I kind of said 25 books throughout the year. I didn't want to pressure myself too much on a month-to-month basis because some months are harder than others, especially now I have more on my plate because you guys know I went back to school in January. So not only do I work full-time, go to school, and have this YouTube channel, you know, so it's a lot. So, and I was so proud of myself because I think in January I said I had read, I think, was it 8 books? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. I will say, my alarm keeps going off, that I only physically read 2 of the 8. The rest were audiobooks, and the audiobooks has been a godsend for me, and that is, I have Charmaine to thank for that because she gave me the information on the app that she uses and allows me to share that with her. Because if not for that, I would be reading way less, and it would break my heart because I love reading, and it really helps my anxiety. Just listening to a book while I'm getting ready in the morning, while I'm driving to work, instead of just aimlessly overthinking. So thank you so much, Charmaine. So at the end of the video that I filmed in January, if I remember, I'll link it down below, I told you that the book I was currently reading was Shop Till You Drop. And it is part of a series. It's called the Dead End Job Mystery Series. I hadn't finished it yet. I think I was about halfway when that was my last book of January. So I figured I would start it with that. And out of 5 stars, I have been giving these books about a 3. They're not like, oh my God, I want to turn the page and read more. Granted, I'm listening to them, but you know what I mean. But they're not like, I'm not getting disinterested in them. I'm listening, I'm staying alert, I'm paying attention. Because with audiobooks, when I start to like fizzle out, that's when I know I'm not really into it. So I can definitely say I like these series. Am I like, oh my God, who killed this person? No. It's not like a Karen M. McManus where I was like turning the pages, but it is really enjoyable. I think it's considered a cozy mystery because it's not meant to be like a suspense or like who did it kind of thing. It's a different style, but I really enjoy it. It kind of almost has some comedy to it. There's some really funny parts. Charmaine actually listened to this whole series through the audio app, I think with Corey, her boyfriend, and she even said Corey loved it as well. So I continued that series. That was the first book. I think there's one of 9. So I read the first one, which is Shop Till You Drop, and she works in a dress shop. The second one is Dying to Call You, and she's a telemarketer. So it seems like each one she's going to have a different job, which makes sense because it's the dead-end job mystery. And obviously, like, she's finding these dead bodies. Like, it's not realistic, so it's not going to be like a Karen M. McManus where I'm so enthralled into the story. Because I find when I think things aren't as believable to me, I'm not interested in it as much, which has been kind of my issue with fantasy. But it depends. If it's like a magic realism fantasy, I really enjoy it. But if it doesn't have some like ties to like to be believable, I don't get into it because I don't believe. I'm like, no, this is so unbelievable. This can't be real. You know what I mean? And I know everybody's different about that because I know Charmaine loves fantasy. She says all the time she doesn't want to read about people like working 9 to 5, paying their bills. Where me, that's what I want to read because I connect to that. Everybody's different. But anyway, so the second one is Dying to Call You. And again, I labeled it 3 stars. I'm lying. That was the third one. The second one was Murder Between the Covers. I'm trying to think, what job did she have then? Because they're like connected to the title. Oh, that's when she worked at the bookstore, I believe. Yeah. And then I took a break on the Dead End Job series. Well, not really, because I do audio and I read a physical book at the same time. I cannot read 2 books at once. I don't know how people do it. I feel like I would get so confused. But if it's an audio, I can. How strange is that? I know I'm a weirdo. I guess because I'm reading it 2 different ways. So I can totally like separate it. So sometimes while I'm listening to an audio book, I will read a physical book. So in February, I was on vacation. It's getting kind of dark, so hold on, I'm plugging this in. This is like my 4th video today. I'm trying to pre-film a little bit while my phone's not acting up. But anyway, I work at a school. I am a teacher if you're new here. So I have a week off in February. So during that week, I read 1 physical book. And the physical book I read was A Not So Meet Cute by Megan Quinn, which is actually Was it behind? It was. It's not behind me anymore. This is a Megan Quinn book, but it's a different book, and I'm dying to read that. I have a vacation in April. I'll probably read it then. I loved A Not So Mute Cute. If I remember correctly, yes, I labeled it 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. There is some smut in it, and I'm not a huge smut reader, but that one I thoroughly enjoyed. I don't know. So far, I haven't figured out like what smut I enjoy and what smut I don't. I think as you read more, you start to learn your genres and subgenres. As I've been reading more romance, I figure out what I like and don't like. Now, that whole like magic realism, I'm just starting to get into that now. Because I'm always like, why some fantasies I love and some I don't? So I started doing some research and I'm like, oh, I like magic realism. So, I will say, I think I don't enjoy smut when it's like they barely know each other, they're strangers. Like I feel like they have to like love each other or have some kind of connection to at least like to for them to fuck, you know. So I really loved it in A Not So Mute Cute. I think it was done really, really well. Then I listened to the next Dead End Job Mystery, which was Just Murdered, and that's a play off Just Married. So she is it a wedding planner? No, I think it's a wedding dress shop, if I remember correctly. Then I read the 5th one, which was Murder Unleashed, and that one she works at a pet store. And that one I literally finished on the last day of the month. So that is what I read throughout February. So in February, I only read one physical book, and I listened to 1, 2, 3, 4.5, because the first one was like half of January, half of February, and then I listened to the other 4. Then, as you know, our book for March was Fairy Tale by Stephen King. I did that as an audio. It is a long audio book. It is a 16-hour book. Just to compare, the Dead End Job mysteries are about 6 hours. And I feel like most of the books I read, that is like the standard 6 to 8 hours. So 16 hours is like more than double. So it's definitely a very big book. I mean, it's Stephen King. I've never read any of his. It's my first one, but I know people say he definitely puts a lot of detail into his writing, and that is for sure. I did just finish it, so I gotta film the review for book club on Monday. But that took me almost all of March. I struggled with it, and I don't want to get into too much of that because that's going to be in the final review. But like fantasy, it's not. I don't want to say I don't like fantasy because I just found fantasy I love Fourth Wing, and I just purchased The Serpent of the Night, and that's like a vampire-y one, and I think I'm gonna like it. I hope I do. I'm like just dipping my toes in the fantasy. I'm trying to figure out what I like versus what I don't like. But Fairy Tale was not my favorite. I'm being honest with you guys. I think I gave it 2 stars. I'll talk more about why in the book club video if you guys want to see that on Monday. And I feel bad because I know people love that book. I know people love Stephen King. Please don't come at me. We're all different. It's okay. You can love a book I don't like. You know what I mean? To each their own. There's so many different books out there because we're all different. And I know people love Stephen King. And I'm not saying he's a bad writer. There's actually parts of that book I absolutely loved, which I will talk about in the book review video. So I do think he's a good writer. So it's nothing against Stephen King. But yeah, that literally took me the whole month. I just finished it yesterday. I physically read one book because I did a challenge the whole month of March where I had to read 20 minutes a day, and the money went to a mental health organization. It's still going till March 31st, so I will link it down below. Guys, I am like $21 away from my goal. My goal was only $50. I know it says $250 when you click the link. That's what the fundraiser wants. They want each person to raise $250. My personal goal was just $50. But Charmaine donated a little bit, and my mom donated a big chunk of it. My goal was $50. So if we can get there, I just need $21 more. I would really appreciate it. But I had to read 20 minutes a day, and it took me 3 weeks to read this book because I stuck to the 20 minutes a day. Normally, I read a book in 2-3 days. So it was a very different experience. I talked all about it over on my Instagram. But I read One to Watch, which I don't think is here. I think it's actually on the coffee table because I just finished it. Yeah, I loved it. It's about a plus-size woman that enters a reality dating show. It kind of sounds like The Bachelor. They call it Main Squeeze. And it is so, so good. I wanted to keep reading, but I was really sticking to my 20-minute a day challenge. And it was so nice actually enjoying a book for 3 weeks. Like, I actually thought about it. I thought about the characters. I was like, oh, I can't wait to see who she picks. Oh, she's down to the final 5, guys. Oh, she's down to the final 3. Oh, she's down to the final 2. Where when I binge a book for 3 days, I love it. Clearly, I'm binging it. But it's like, then I never think about it again. So because I read this book for 3 weeks, I really got to think about it for 3 weeks, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm going to continue with the challenge. Even though it's March 25th today when I'm filming this, I'm going to pick another book, and I'm going to read 20 minutes a day for the rest of March. And I'm going to try to keep doing that for the rest of time. 15, 20, 30 minutes tops. What happens is I'll pick up a book, and I've told you guys this before, and I will binge the entire book in 2-3 days. I will skip meals. I will ignore my adult responsibilities. I will not wash the dishes. I will not vacuum the floor. You know what I mean? And I shouldn't be like that. Why am I like that? I can start a book and put it down. And that's why I joined this challenge, because I wanted to have that challenge of only reading for 20 minutes a day. I would literally set an alarm. And when it went off, sometimes I allowed myself to finish the chapter, depending how far I was. If not, I would just finish the paragraph sort of thing and be done. And I honestly really enjoyed it. So I'm going to try to stick with that. So I'm always reading a book every day without ignoring my adult responsibilities and, and things like that. So I only read 2 books in March. So that shows how different it can be from other months. And that's because the fairy tale took me a while to get through. I just started a 3rd book this morning. So I am reading the 6th book in the Dead End Job series, which the 6th book is Murder with Reservations, because she works at a hotel. So like I said, it's a 6-hour book. Wow, no, did I start it this morning? I'm already 2 hours in. See what I mean? Like, when I like a book, I like it. When I don't like an audiobook, I don't find myself hitting play. Also, in Fairy Tale's defense, I also didn't have my car for 3 weeks. So I couldn't listen to it on the way to work and the way back to work. Or I probably would have finished it a lot faster. That's how I got 2 hours done already. Because I drove to work, I drove back from work. I had my lunch break at work. And then I have a 1-hour prep as a teacher. So a lot of times I listen to it on my prep. If I'm doing something that's mundane, if I'm doing something that requires concentration, no. But if I'm doing if I'm laminating or stapling or paper clipping, whatever, I'll listen to a book. So that book's already almost halfway done. So I'll definitely be done with that one by the end of the month. But like I said, I think all of her entire series, I think each book's is really going to get 3 stars, because clearly I like her writing style. That's not really going to change. Like I said, it's not like oh my God, I want to flip the page and see who did it. But it is, and she actually just found the body, which is not like her. Normally she finds the body almost right at the beginning of the story, and that's what the whole book is about. But now that we're like 6 books into the series, you're getting more of her background. And the beginning of the story was actually about her ex-husband, and she's like, and things like that. I don't want to ruin it for you guys. I don't like to do spoilers in videos, but there was more background to this, and she just found the dead body now. So now I might be like, ooh, I really want to listen to it. So that'll probably get 3 stars. Hopefully when I do April's video, I will talk about it. Hopefully I remember. I'll probably be done with the series by then, because I think this is book 6. And like I said, I believe there is 9. And then I'll start a new audiobook. But I literally just took the pause to listen to Fairy Tale, and now I'm back to it. I think my next physical read is going to be A Plus Side of Me. I think I want to stick with the plus size characters, because I really, really enjoyed that book. I just got this from Barnes and Nobles. It's a signed edition by Jenny L. Howe. And it says a romantic comedy in which the new guest on a popular plus-size makeover show has her style and her love life transformed. So I'm really, really curious to get into this. So you guys should be hearing about this in my April book wrap-up, if I get to it, because I'm saying that now, and it could change my mind and read something else tomorrow. I know, obviously I have a new book for book club too, so I need to make sure I make time for that, because like I said, I do have a lot on my plate. I got YouTube, I got school, I got work. So you guys are seeing this on What's Up Wednesday. That's different every single week. I think I have something really fun for next week planned, where I'm going to list like different facts about me, and you guys have to, each fact is going to be worth a certain amount of points. I don't know what to call it yet. Maybe I'll get some ideas from Charmaine. But, and then we're going to see we're going to basically see who of all my followers that watch the video, who has the most in common with me, because you're going to tell me how many points you have, and whoever has the highest amount of points is the most like me. And maybe I'll do a small giveaway with it, We shall see. I haven't even sent out my other giveaways yet. I'm hoping, like, I had no cough for 3 weeks. I just got it today. I have 7 days to get the inspection sticker and all that. So those will be out soon. So maybe I'll do a small giveaway with it. So if you guys want to check out next week's What's Up Wednesday, those allow me to be a little more creative. But because March was almost over, I really wanted to do this week. I kind of have like a bookish themed week going on because Monday was Gigi and Bo with a thrift book haul. Tuesday was Novel Stitches and Book Barn Galore, which are the companies I buy book sleeves from. This was What's Up Wednesday, and then Thursday was bookmarked by Olina. That was the 3 videos I already filmed, and then I saved this one for last. Because I knew there was going to be a lot of chatting, and now I'm ready to, like, be done. So as soon as I end this video, I am all set. I'm all pre-filmed, and I'm going to relax and read or watch some TV. Friday is always a vlog. I film Sunday to Saturday, and you guys follow me around and see what I did for the week. And then Saturday is my outfits of the week, and I show you guys what I wear throughout the week. It's a lot of plus size fashion content because I'm plus size, which I think you guys appreciate. It does get the most views. So if any of that interests you, definitely consider subscribing. Hitting the notification bell so you're notified next time I upload. If you like me, you like the book haul, give the video a thumbs up. It helps the YouTube algorithm. And be safe, guys.